Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Spiritual Events Awaken Your Inner Power. I firstly want to apologize to everyone because I've had a lot of trouble getting on here today, and so we still will only be able to go through till 1 o'clock. However, I'm here to help you out. So if there's anything I can do to help you out today, I'd like to really have a look at a deeper level of, what your life is and where you're coming into, and really be able to adapt new ways and thought processes to move on. So for some reason, I'm not sure why, I've had trouble getting on here today, but welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for your patience. Sylvia, welcome to the show today, and Nettie, thanks for joining me. Hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from, because I'd really like to know a little bit more about where you're from and what you do, and if you're in business for yourself or whether you're working in a job that you work for other people. But let's hi Janelle, hi Stacey, welcome. Let's have a chat, and let's start the conversation. So like I said, I'm here to provide you with as much assistance and guidance as I can, not as a medium. I don't do medium work, but I'm certainly here to help you along your travels one way or another, and maybe have a little look at things that are holding you back or why the same things are occurring in your life, and how you can put that aside. So, Lockyer Valley in Queensland. Yeah, okay. You've been nice and warm out there today too, I would expect, Nettie. So we've got a beautiful day here in Brisbane, and a little bit windy, but definitely a beautiful day. So those echo winds certainly arrived right on time. Hi, Julie. How are you going? And Rena, thanks for joining us. You have fears of the future and loss, and don't cope well. So you're going through loss at the moment, Rena, is that what you're saying? Or I think everybody can be a little bit concerned about what the unknown is in our future. And, there's many ways that you can help through that process. So if I was to have a little bit more information around that question, then I can certainly look into that for you and provide you with some guidance. And all the hearts and the smiles, thanks everyone for joining me and sending me some love. That's wonderful. So yeah, for sure, Rena, definitely send me, give me a little bit more detail around that, so that I can look at ways to assist you through that, or provide you with some strategies perhaps that will help guide you through in a way that might be, very helpful to you. Hi, Rachel. How are you? What are you looking at, Rachel? What are you wanting? What's the area that you're looking into, and what's happening in that area of your life at the moment? Let me have a look at that, and then we can certainly look at what answers might come through for you. So not as a medium, of course, but I can certainly, once we have a look at the information, then we can ask the question through the crystal and certainly look at some answers there for you. But we definitely need to look at the strategic point of view, so that we can really understand what's going on and how we can move forward from there with some good answers from the crystal. So I'm happy to provide that all for you. Rachel, Janelle, welcome. Wagga Wagga. You're a carer. Very special person it takes, I think, to be a carer for anyone. And I really do admire all that you go through for that position. And it's very I guess emotional. It's a huge empath position, I suppose, as well, and very understanding, very compassionate. So yeah, it's definitely a very special person it takes to be in a position that does that. Stacey, hi, you're in Sydney. You work as an intuitive life mentor. Wonderful, Stacey. That's amazing. So that's an incredible way to be able to provide people with guidance and assistance as they go through. So I think there's a lot of intuitive coaches and mentors out there at the moment. It's really developing the holistic point of view. And I just love that we can all help each other out one way or another. And in fact, I have a channel that I've developed for coaches and mentors specifically for being able to educate and provide further assistance to clients and look at their packages and services and products that they have. So if that's something that may be of interest to you, Stacey, certainly you can send me a private message and I'd be happy to send you some details on that. So Beverly, hey, welcome. I'm well, and yourself? Loving the hearts. Thanks everyone. Julie, welcome. What area are you looking at, Julia? What's the area that you're looking at, and what's the issue that's there at the moment that you think's stopping that? We can definitely have a look at that for you. Around work, so a little bit more specific. Are you working at the moment? You're looking for a new job? Are you looking for a job? Let me know a little bit more about what you're looking at. Is there something specifically that is in that workplace at the moment that perhaps doesn't agree with you or doesn't allow you to be who you are? You're not allowed to voice an opinion, something like that. Let's have a look at that a little bit further and be able to understand, how you can move forward from there. So, no fear of your dog dying. I worry about my children being hurt as they have dangerous jobs. Yeah, look, and I think the best that you can do with children who are in dangerous jobs is really try and manage as best you can about the way that you feel about that. I mean, worrying about it's not going to change any of the outcomes that you have on that. And certainly they would have workplace health and safety things in place to prevent any form of accident. But if you're focusing on that, then you know that focusing on something will actually often bring that into reality, and you really don't want that. So, and the same with your dog, worrying about whether your dog's going to die or not is going to really put that focus into that area, and that's not something that you want to go through. And we all have to experience loss at some time, and unfortunately it's a part of life, and it's a part of the life circle. And I don't think anybody can totally avoid that. So it's a very difficult situation, but trying to manage how you feel about the things that are good in your life, what's exciting for you, what do you look forward to each day, and really start focusing on those things, and maybe do a little bit of meditation to help assist with the mindfulness around that as well is always really good. But yeah, try not to put too much focus on that because it really is not going to help the situation. Stacey, I'd like guidance moving forward in your business. So you have a business, Stacey, and where are you up to in that business? What is it that's holding you in that space at the moment? So somebody's just going to turn my phone off. I've just got an alarm. I don't know for some reason has gone off. So yeah, certainly, Stacey. Let me know a little bit more, and let's have a look at where you're up to, what you're looking at. And, I'm certainly happy to do an appointment. You can book an appointment and we can have a chat about that in a little bit further on a one-to-one, and, look at where to go from there. So you can book an appointment through this page, and, I'm happy to have a chat with you. That'd be great. So just let me know where you are so that we can organise time zones if you're in a different space to Australia, and we can look at that from there. Although, Stacey, did you tell me where you were? Yes, Sydney. So perfect. I'd love to have a chat about that. So more than happy if you want to book an appointment. Let's have a chat and see what we can work out, and look at where you can go from here, because this is really something that is part of my expertise. And, I just love being able to help other people really move forward in their business. And it could be the smallest of little things causing you to be stuck or giving you that, giving you that feeling of overwhelm perhaps, or that you haven't quite got the balance in your life that you would like. And it can be the smallest of things to change to create more. Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome to the show today. Nettie, I would like to know how to move forward from a sister. I've always been over backwards to help, but she isn't there for me. I am always an afterthought for her. Yeah, look, and I think, Nettie, that's a great question, because I think we all have people in our lives that, we want to move away from, and sometimes it's not that easy, particularly when it's family. But I found a strategy that really works when it comes to being able to move away and not spend so much time there. And it's all around just being able to have the power to control the situation yourself. So if you've always been over backwards for her, then there's going to be times now where you're not available, that you have something else on. You have, I'm not sure exactly what you do, Nettie. Did you put in there whether you're working or not? I'm not sure. But there's always, a way where, and family can be very demanding too. I know that myself. So, but this works for any situation, whether it's a friend who's really only there for when they want something, or and not there when you need to have somebody to talk to or share some information with. So, it's always about being able to take control back of that situation yourself. And I think one way to do that is to start not being available every time she puts her hand up and calls you over. So that will be, it may not feel that great to start with, but it can be very empowering if you really allow it to be. And, it'll either get to a stage where she just doesn't bother calling you for that stuff anymore, or that you will be able to just keep control of that situation and use it to your, and I don't mean use it to your advantage in a bad way. Please don't think of it like that. But using it to your advantage so that you're not feeling like you're being taken advantage of, if that makes sense. So, sometimes you might want to really feel about where you're at and what you can do and how you can look at the situation with your sister, and, sometimes looking at it from a different angle as well. And that can sometimes be about being open to having a change in the relationship, so that you actually aren't going to be asked to do all those things all the time, but you can build a better relationship. So journal some information around that, write down exactly what you want from that relationship, and start working on, how you can achieve that personally, because I don't know your situation. I don't know your sister. I don't know how, that can work together. Because I don't, I'd need to know the personality that you're working with, and sometimes that doesn't work just even with the words going on here. So I think it's really important that you start taking control of that and journal, start writing down exactly what it is that you want from the relationship, and start working towards that through, meditation or sitting and tuning in, having some silence around, how to create that and make it work better. And it is possible to change the way that relationship works at the moment. So hopefully that's given you a couple of ideas to work with. So hi Charu, how are you? Rena, the world is a mess at the moment and can't help worrying about that. Yeah, that's true, Rena, but you know what, at the end of the day, worrying about it's not going to change it. It will make you sick. worry can really change your emotional ability to be able to stay helpful and healthy every day, and be there to help others, like your children when they need you. So yeah, there's a lot of unrest around the world, and there always is. We just don't always hear about it, and haven't always heard about it in past times, and we are hearing more of that now. And I think that it's really important that you understand that the worry that you hold for this is not doing you any good at all. And I would certainly encourage you to really work through and find another way to be able to deal with that. So, it's very sad, of course, and, it's just time to really start looking at what makes you happy and what you look forward to each and every day, and start focusing on those things. Brian, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Karen, hi Karen, how are you? Excellent, good work, Stacey. Glad that that's helped. Thank you. Time to visit my. Yeah, look, absolutely. If that's something that you've been doing in the past, then certainly don't stop that. There's certain things that they can do for you that nobody else can do. So it's really important to continue on with what you're currently doing. So Wendy, hi, welcome. Naomi, welcome to the show today. Nadia, I have my access bars run and run bars, 2 amazing modality to receive. Have my access bars run. I'm not sure. 2 amazing modality to receive you. Okay, I'm just not clear on that message, Nadia. Maybe you could just pop some more information in. I do apologise. So what modality is that for? Maybe just let me know what that is. And hi, Wendy, welcome. Will I find a job soon? What are you looking at, and what are you doing at the moment, Wendy? How can we help you to focus more on what you are looking for? And, I think with anything, it's really important to write down exactly what you're looking for. Write a list and be very precise. Who the sort of people you want to work with are, what their persona's like, what their behaviors are like, what the office environment's like, what their cultures are like, are their values aligned with your values, and be really specific about the information that you write on that list. And yes, you will have to possibly add more to that as you go, because it's really important that as you learn of things that perhaps aren't quite right, then there might be something more. If somebody's talking to you about a job and what their environment is like, and you think that's a really great advantage to have in a workplace, write that on your list. Start focusing on that and really start looking at what you're looking for. And I think that really makes a big difference in what you're going to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. So, once you get your list all creative and written down to the, lines, very fine lines that you're looking for, then it's certainly going to bring some work in for you. But are you working at the moment? Nettie, only work on odd shifts. Okay, yeah. All right, so I've backed off now. She's putting on Facebook others have done something and rubs it in my face. I find it very helpful. Yeah, not nice. Not a nice situation at all, Nettie. And, again, it's, how do you take that on? Is that your energy or is that their energy? What I would say to you is really think about the energy that is being provided by her. And if it's not a good energy, that's not your energy to own, that's her energy. And so, when you look at that energy that she's putting out there, it's a reflection of who she is, and it's certainly a reflection of what she's going to receive back. And so by ignoring that and redirecting that energy, once you know that it's not yours, because she's doing it, not you, and yes, she's trying to be hurtful towards you, I don't think that's really such a great thing to have. And you know, by you ignoring that and really being able to redirect and release that energy that you don't own anyway, is a really good way to just stay focused on what you need to do for your life and moving forward. So again, you know, there's strategies that you can put in place for all of that, and maybe start writing down, you know, still write down and journal exactly what you're looking for from that relationship, because I think it can make a difference. And nobody needs to know what that is, but just write that list of exactly how you want that relationship to be. And if that turns out that, you know, you don't really want a relationship to last, that, you know, that's the way it is. But, you know, make it work so that it ends on a high note for you, and she can receive that however she wants to, because you don't want to be angry with that. You don't want to spend time being angry when there's so much life to live and there's so many opportunities there for you. And, you know, I would really stress that for you. So, Naomi, any guidance with a new venture? Okay, let me know a little bit more about what you're doing, Naomi. Is it, you know, is it a new business you're starting up, and what sort of work is that? Let me know a little bit more about that, and I can certainly give you some more information. Wendy, hi, thank you, you're welcome. Disability, okay. Will I get the job back that I just left? Well, that's up to you, Wendy. That's depends on whether that's a job that you really want back. You know, was it a good environment? Why did you leave? What were the circumstances around how you left? What was the energy like when you left that place? Because it's really important to understand that sometimes going back into something that was the same as something previously is not necessarily going to be a good thing for you. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. What I'm saying is there's ways to treat that and guide yourself around that a little bit more, and really understand whether or not it's truly what you want, or if it's just a feeling of what you want because, you know, of the circumstances of why you left. So, you know, there's many different reasons around that, and, you know, look at the circumstances of why that job came to a close and whether or not you really truly want to go back into that situation. Teresa, hi, welcome. A general reading. I don't do general readings as such, Teresa. If there's a specific area that you're looking at, I can certainly look at some information there for you. I don't do the medium work, and I don't do the psychic work. I can certainly guide you with some information. If you've got something specific that you want to ask me, then we can certainly look at that for you, and I'm more than happy to help you out on that. You're welcome, Nettie. You're welcome. A new business, psychic fairs. Okay, wow, that's interesting. And where are you based, Naomi? I'm not sure if I asked you that earlier. You know, I think it's such a broad area of work. So this is a really great opening for being able to do different things. And, you know, is it an online space or an offline space? I'm picking by it being a fair that, you know, you're looking at being offline. This is one of the reasons I started my Collective Coaches channel, because I really wanted to do things online to be able to create the information and the details for coaches in all genres to come forward and really be able to educate and promote themselves, and also let people know about their knowledge and their skills and their products and services, and, you know, what they can provide for clients. And the reason that I did that is because if we start online and it works, then, you know, there's the possibility of being able to do a live event at some point down the track. And I think also that if you're going to be doing these fairs, make sure that you've got all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, because so many times and so often there's unforeseen costs that will come into that. I think you have to be really careful on the legalities of it. And when you're in an offline space, you've got a lot of insurances and things to have to cover where you're holding those. So I think it's exciting. Don't get me wrong. I really think that it's exciting what you're doing. I would really look at this thoroughly, and I'm sure that you have looked into this already in quite some depth. Just look at all the avenues. If there's anything that, you know, I can advise you on, or not advise, but if there's a strategy that you're looking for in a particular area of that, then let me know. I can certainly help you out with that. And, you know, having people come along and do those fairs with you, or, you know, attending those as a stand, really look at how you're going to get the people in, and you know what that's going to create, and what you need to have available for them in that space as well. So there's a lot of information, and you know I can only be quite general in what I give you there, because I haven't had a conversation with you, but hopefully that's helped you along a little bit. So yeah, that's very exciting and well done. But you know, book an appointment with me. I'm happy to have a chat further, and happy to be able to give you some information around that if you would like. So just go to the book now, or book appointment booking calendar on this page, and I can certainly help you out with that. So Teresa, careers. So are you working at the moment, Teresa? Will you secure a transfer in my work closer to home? So how much have you investigated the area of where you're wanting to move into? And, you know, does it provide all the information for you that you're looking for? I can certainly, have you journaled exactly the circumstances around wanting to be there, who's going to be there, who's going to support you, and how you're going to be able to really reach out and ensure that you have your own happiness and values uncompromised at this new space. But look, I can certainly ask a question, Teresa, because it is quite specific. So Teresa would like to know whether or not she will secure a transfer in her, oh, look at this is going yes already, and I haven't even finished. I'm just looking at the question. And that's really quite strong too, Teresa. So look at that. I mean, that's really, and I can feel the pressure of that coming down. So you know, that looks like it's successful, and I'm sure that you've done your homework and know the people that work there, if it's with the same company. And, obviously the people that are in charge are different on a management level. And, just build your relationship and write your list before you do that, so that you can be very precise about what you are doing when you move into that space, and develop that relationship before you even get to know the people that are there or start working from that space. So yeah, perfect. So Wendy, you want to go back? Okay, yeah. Well, you know what, Wendy, if that's something that you really want, then you will make it happen. So you just got to look for, again, the strategy around being able to bring that forward for you. So, write your list, do your meditations, tap into your intuition, and really, create what you want from that position, and make it happen. I'm sure that it will come through for you. So way out of South Australia. Nice, Naomi. Yeah. So beautiful city down in South Australia. So Yeah, hopefully that information helped you. I'm sorry you have an online page as well. Okay, great. You're welcome. Hopefully that's helped. So as I said, if you want more information, please book an appointment. I'm more than happy to sit down and have a chat with you and see what we can work out further to bring those strategies into play for you so that you don't miss anything. Oh, one thing I didn't ask you, Naomi, are you doing this as a joint venture or a partnership, or is it a sole trader business? Because I think it's really important to make sure you've got structures in place if it's not just you doing the business. You're very welcome, Teresa. Hopefully that's helped. So Gina, hello, how are you? Selena, hi. I'm great, thank you. I was wondering if I could please ask you if I could get a reading from you. Selena, certainly let's work out what it is that you're looking for. Now we've got about 9 minutes left. So what area are you looking at and what are you looking at achieving? So we really want to know exactly what it is that you want to ask the question around, and how we can tap into yourself to firstly increase the chances of that being accomplished and achieved, and then certainly if we need to ask the question, we can ask the pendulum the question. So just a bit more information would be great. Hey Donna, how are you? And again, Donna, if you've got something specifically that you want to work on, let's have a look at that and see how we can assist you on that question. So yeah, absolutely. So it really is, asking these questions, and, I don't do the readings as such. What I'd prefer to give you is a lot more in a way of strategies to be able to help yourself move forward. So, you're getting great information and really being able to tap in a little bit deeper to the reasons why things occur and develop your future life to be successful and joyous and happy. So that's what we're looking for. Okay. Selena, my relationship and finances. Okay, so all right, so you're talking about a relationship. You're in a relationship at the moment, or your relationship's not going well. What is it that you're wanting to know around that? With your finances, again, that would be the same sort of questioning. What is it that you're looking for around finances, and how are you currently managing your money? Without being specific, because obviously it's a public forum and I don't want you putting personal information up there. Hi Kay, welcome. Where are you wanting to move to, Kay? What's the situation that you're in at the moment? And what circumstances are around the move that you're looking at? So a couple of different things there that I need some clarity on, and we can certainly answer that for you. We have about 6 minutes left, everyone, so 6 minutes, not long to get all these questions answered. So I will cut that off with you, Kay. So Donna and Selena and Kay, if you want to just give me a bit more depth on that, I can very quickly answer those questions for you. So this is amazing, and I do apologize. As I said, there were some issues getting onto this page. I'm not sure why. I'm happy to move that forward. Gina, I will cut it off at K, as I said, because I've got literally less than 6 minutes left. In fact, it's probably 5 minutes left, and they've come in and asked the question. If you would like something specific answered, then by all means, you can do one of two things. You can send me a message around that and I will try and answer that for you, or you can book an appointment, which is much easier because we can talk to each other one-on-one, and certainly those questions can be answered a lot quicker. So Selena, more direction on me and my girl's father, and will I be getting more income? Again, it sounds to me like you've got some sort of a split relationship there. And you can only manage that as best you can. It's really important that you manage how you feel and provide the support and the encouragement and the joy and the happiness that you can give your girls, so that they can see no matter what happens, that, you know, your relationship with them is never going to break. And I think also that always be nice and never speak poorly of their father, because that just really does not make for a happy ending. And you know, that's not that's not a good thing to, or situation to be in. And with more income, you know, you can generate as much income as you like. It just depends on how creative you are, whether you're in business for yourself. And you know, there's so many areas that you can go into these days to start businesses, create passive income. So it's really up to you and how you can find these opportunities. There's always opportunities there, that's for sure. You know, I know of a few myself, so I'm happy to help you out on those. If it's for you, if it's not, that's perfectly fine. There is absolutely no pressure, but there's always ways to make extra money. So, you know, if you look at it like this, if your girls were in dire straits and you needed to find 20,000 in 10 days, how would you create that? How would you create that 20,000? You can just look around your home. You can find odd jobs. There's many, many different ways that you can do it to create that income. If it was a desperate situation, life-threatening situation, and you needed to get that money urgently, you would find a way to do it. And then from that comes more opportunities. So, you know, there's so many opportunities out there, and you know, there's other ways to make passive income through passive lines and streams of income. So that's another way of doing it as well. Okay, thank you. I'm wanting to go to Terrigal to do psychic readings. What a pretty little place Terrigal is. I haven't been there for many years, but it was really beautiful. You know what? If that's what you want, make it happen. I know you can. I know you've got the ability to do that. So really make that happen, and, you know, find a way. What contacts do you have in Terrigal to start up? You know, what's the space like that you're going to be working from? Do they have a database? You know, are you active on Facebook to be able to promote yourself? So many different ways to do this. Again, if you would like some help around that, I'm certainly happy to have a chat with you. Book an appointment through this page, you know, book an appointment so that we can catch up and have a chat and see what strategies we can put in place for you to be able to develop this further. So that is absolutely wonderful. I'm very excited for you, Kay. That's a really great thing to be doing. And I just love that people are out there trying to do things and achieve little businesses for themselves. And you'd be surprised at how much and how successful you can make this just through a few little ideas and promotional tools that you can use that don't cost any money. So we are on 1 minute to go, and Azra, I don't have cards with me. I don't use cards. I use my ability as a business owner to provide strategies for people and connect within themselves to get some guidance. And I do have my crystal that is used from time to time for a specific question. I'm more than happy to do that. If you would like a personal session with me, please feel free to book through this page. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you and organise something with you. You're welcome, Kim. Oh, excellent. Nice work. Well done, Kay. You're very welcome. And we are on 1 o'clock, and that will be the end of it for today. So again, I look forward to seeing you all next Friday at 12 o'clock. Until then, remember, you were born to be extraordinary. Don't settle for ordinary. You are very capable and deserving of what you hold within. And I know that each and every one of you are deserving of great successes. So until next week, bye for now.